Batman Dark Patterns number 5. So I've really been enjoying this series. This one's going to get a decent score. It's not going to get a perfect score. I've started to lose a little bit about exactly how this is working and what's going on. So we're going to use, of course, my space system. Let's take a look at it on digital for to make it a bit easier. Great cover though, with this like sort of Batman going through this maze of apartments. This is all taking place in a building, and you have the ventriloquist who is sort of, well, it's hard to explain. It's like Scarface is not the doll anymore. It's sort of the whole building, and then there's someone else who's sort of doing it. It's weird. I have to see how this plays out. I'm going to give the storyline a 1 out of 2. So I like it, but I don't love it. The first storyline with the wounded man, I thought that was really cool. This one is interesting. I need to see how it plays out. For now, I'm going to stick with the score of 1 because I've kind of just lost what's going on. These first pages here, this is to show the ventriloquist and Batman smashing up Scarface or whatever. Cut to today, in the comic today, with the building. So it's almost like the entire building's become Scarface, and people within it are all wearing the sort of the Scarface puppet mask or whatever, marionette. I don't know what you call the ventriloquist dolls. So 1 for the storyline. I actually am going to give the pacing a 2. I actually read this. It flows nicely. It's very fast. There is a lot of movement. See, Batman is trying to go up the levels. This is almost sort of like the Raid or the Dread movie, 2012 Dread movie with Carl Urban, which is a bloody classic. And he's just going hall to hall. He meets up with these people. Also like this Batman design. I'm going to give the art a 1.5. You know, at first I didn't like this art. I didn't know what to make of it. This is the same guy who's doing or who did the first 5 Wonder Woman's, Absolute Wonder Woman's. I didn't know what to make of it, but I kind of like it. I don't know. It grew on me, and it's just interesting. Plus, this logo Batman is definitely my favorite logo, and you've got that circle here. Now it's more of a circle, not really an oval, but anyway. And if you don't like the art, I'm totally cool with you. Like we're not going to have an argument over it. It's subjective anyways, but if you don't like it, I can see why someone would not like it. I happen to like it. I'm not dying over it, but I do really actually like it. So 1.5. Batman meets up with this family here. And so this lady here has not been, I guess she's not been tainted by the Scarface voice or presence or, you know, whatever it is. And they talk a little bit here. I'm going to give the characters a 1.5. Obviously Batman is great. Gordon is great. Ventriloquist is not really in this, doesn't do much. And this lady was okay. I'm not giving it a full score because I wasn't really dying over the other characters. Like this, the little girl's okay. This lady's like, okay. It's not enough to give that extra boost in the score. But again, see, I like this. I like the way Batman looks here. He's thinking. I like his utility belt is like compartments, so you can see there's like stuff in there. Kind of cool. I like this thinking of like, what's going on here? So he's really trying to piece this together, and I like the mystery aspect. The reason why I like this series so much is this sort of mystery aspect to it. She gives him something to drink, which is really nice. And they say, the Wizard of Oz as an example. So they're giving examples of how like someone can manipulate a bunch of others, and it's sort of like he's got like all these people into thinking they're Scarface or whatever, and you got this lady here too, so this guy's been the guy. See, this is what I'm talking about the characters. This is why I'm not giving it the full score. I don't remember exactly what these guys were doing. They're just kind of there to be there. Batman, he's got one of the batarangs in him. It's like, all right, we gotta get this done, and he's kind of leading things. The pacing, I found the pacing to be really good. You could argue that maybe it wasn't as good because there is a lot of talking here, but I found it kind of interesting, so I'm totally fine with it. Batman goes out to climb up, so he's got to get to the top level because he figures the brain is at the top, and that would be ventriloquist. So he goes up. Pretty cool, doing it the old Batman Adam West style. None of the grappling hook, like zip line grappling hook thing. I think for the enjoyment factor, I'll give it 1.5 as well. I liked this comic. So I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. That sounds like a mediocre score, but by my system, 6 is a mediocre. 5 or 6 is sort of your standard medium score. So I did like this. I thought it was better than average. And I think my enjoyment factor is probably a little bit more. I could probably go to an 8 out of 10. And I do think that I'll be in the minority. I don't see this comic, I think it's only 12 issues, anyways. I don't see this being one of the great Batman comics in the eyes of the public. I happen to like these pulp. I'm not going to go through the entire thing. I happen to like these investigative stories, and it's just neat. It feels like it's like a spider novel or The Shadow, something like that, where those old pulps is more, they're more detective oriented, right? And Batman is a pulp character. It's weird. He's not a superhero, like he is, I guess, but it's always that weird. Is he a superhero? Is he not? He's not really. He's really a pulp character that's just happens to be in the DC universe, the most successful pulp hero, I suppose. But to me, I feel like it's like Shadow, Zorro, Spider, that kind of a thing versus like superheroes. But anyway, I still really like this comic, so I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. I could go to an 8 if I need to. I'll see when the story is completed. This is one of these weird ones where you do need to read the whole thing. I think actually maybe this would have been better. This probably actually would have been better if they just did. I think it was 3 issues. I think it's 3 issues per story. They should have just put them as thicker books, like put the 3 issues as one thing and call it Batman, the Wounded Man, or whatever. And then Batman, whatever this was called, voices something. Like just do that and then just release these, because I think that'd be much better than getting these single issues. So I'm sure they're going to do trades that way. They'll probably do trade paperbacks in the way I'm saying, which is a bit cheating. They should have just done that from the beginning, and then you would have been paying less for 3 books. But anyway, that's my opinion. What's your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the channel, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.